Everything you thought you knew about coconut oil is wrong. And if you've been using it the wrong way or not using it at all, your body is missing out on something extraordinary that happens only while you sleep. Before we dive in, subscribe right now for science-based health tips that actually work. Hit that bell so you never miss one. What if I told you that your skin, your brain, your joints, and your metabolism are all running a secret overnight repair program, and coconut oil applied before bed is one of the most powerful triggers you can give that system? Tonight, I am revealing 5 shocking things your body does while you sleep when you apply coconut oil before bed. Number 3 surprises almost everyone. Number 5 has convinced dermatologists, neurologists, and metabolic researchers to completely rethink what this humble oil is actually capable of. Stay with me until the end because the last one changes everything. Here's the problem most people never think about. Every single day, your body takes damage. Sun exposure, pollution, stress hormones, inflammatory foods, blue light from screens, all of it breaks down your skin barrier, disrupts your hormone cycle, inflames your joints, and interferes with the cellular repair your body desperately needs. And here's what makes this worse. The most powerful window your body has for repairing all of that damage is between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. Scientists call this the biological repair window. During this period, your body releases the highest concentrations of growth hormone, ramps up cellular regeneration, rebuilds collagen, fights inflammation, and clears metabolic waste from your brain. But most people go to bed having given their body absolutely nothing to work with. No targeted nutrition for the skin, no anti-inflammatory support for the joints, no antimicrobial protection against the bacteria multiplying on skin surfaces overnight. Nothing. That is the problem, and it is why what you apply to your body before bed matters far more than most people realize. Now, let me walk you through exactly what happens inside your body, hour by hour, when you apply coconut oil before bed tonight. The first thing your body does is activate deep skin barrier repair. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes. They moisturize in the morning. They apply lotions and creams before facing the day, right before their skin is about to be bombarded by UV radiation, environmental pollutants, and temperature changes that will strip away everything they just applied. The science tells a completely different story about when your skin actually needs support. Your skin operates on a circadian rhythm. Research published in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology confirmed that skin cell regeneration peaks at night, specifically between 11 p.m. and midnight. During this window, your skin produces new cells at nearly twice the rate it does during the day. It rebuilds its protective barrier, it synthesizes collagen, it repairs DNA damage caused by daytime sun exposure. But here's what the research also shows. This repair process requires the skin barrier to be intact and supported. When the barrier is compromised, which it is in most adults due to daily exposure and aging, the repair cycle is significantly less effective. This is where coconut oil does something remarkable. Coconut oil contains a high concentration of lauric acid, a medium-chain fatty acid that penetrates the outer layers of the skin far more effectively than most commercial moisturizers. A study published in Dermatitis found that virgin coconut oil improved skin hydration and significantly reduced transepidermal water loss, the process by which your skin loses moisture overnight. When you apply coconut oil before bed, you are essentially sealing the skin barrier at the exact moment your body begins its most intensive repair cycle. You are giving the regeneration process the protected environment it needs to work at full efficiency. The result over consistent weeks of use? Measurably softer skin texture, reduced appearance of fine lines, faster healing of minor skin irritation, and a complexion that reflects the cellular renewal happening beneath the surface. And later, I will reveal how this same coconut oil is doing something inside your bloodstream while you sleep that most people would never expect. The second thing your body does is launch a targeted antimicrobial defense. While you sleep, bacteria on your skin surface multiply. This is a normal biological process. Your skin hosts billions of microorganisms, some beneficial, some potentially harmful. But during the night, when your immune system is focused on internal repair, the balance of that microbial environment can shift. For people dealing with acne, eczema, fungal skin issues, or chronic scalp problems, this nighttime microbial shift is often what drives the flare-ups they wake up with. Here's the science most people are never told. Lauric acid, the dominant fatty acid in coconut oil, making up approximately 50% of its composition, has been studied extensively for its antimicrobial properties. A landmark study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that lauric acid was effective against Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus, Candida albicans, and numerous other pathogens that commonly affect skin health. In fact, research from the University of the Philippines found that virgin coconut oil was as effective as the antifungal medication mupirocin against Staphylococcus aureus in clinical testing. What this means practically is that when you apply coconut oil to your skin before bed, you are creating a protected antimicrobial environment during the exact hours when harmful bacteria and fungi are most active on the skin surface. For people dealing with recurring acne, coconut oil applied to affected areas before sleep creates an environment that is genuinely hostile to acne-causing bacteria. For people with scalp issues, applying coconut oil to the scalp before bed delivers sustained antifungal action through the night. The mistake most people make is reaching for synthetic antimicrobial creams and treatments that disrupt the entire skin microbiome, killing beneficial bacteria alongside harmful ones. Coconut oil's antimicrobial action is far more selective, targeting pathogenic organisms while supporting the skin's natural microbial balance. Coming up, number 3 is the one that surprises almost everyone, because it has nothing to do with your skin. Right here, if your understanding of what coconut oil actually does is shifting right now, hit the like button. It takes 1 second and it helps this science-based information reach people who genuinely need it. And I want to ask you something. Before watching this video, did you think coconut oil was just a skin moisturizer, or did you already suspect it did something more? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. The third thing your body does is something nobody talks about. It begins absorbing medium-chain triglycerides that support brain repair overnight. This is the one that changes everything. Most people think of coconut oil as a topical product, something that stays on the surface. But here's what the research reveals that almost nobody in the wellness space is explaining clearly. Your skin is not a wall. It's a permeable membrane, and the medium-chain triglycerides in coconut oil, particularly lauric acid and capriic acid, are small enough to be absorbed transdermally, through the skin and into the bloodstream. Your brain undergoes its most intensive cleaning and repair process while you sleep. The glymphatic system, your brain's waste clearance network, activates primarily during deep sleep, flushing out toxic proteins, including amyloid beta, which is associated with cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. This system requires energy to function, and here's where it gets remarkable. Research from the University of Oxford and multiple subsequent studies have found that medium-chain triglycerides, the dominant fat in coconut oil, are converted by the liver into ketones, and ketones are one of the most efficient fuel sources for brain function, particularly for the energy-intensive glymphatic cleaning process. A 2022 study published in Frontiers in Aging Neurology found that medium-chain triglyceride supplementation improved cognitive function and memory in older adults, with researchers noting improvements in brain energy metabolism as a key mechanism. When you apply coconut oil before bed and small amounts are absorbed transdermally through the night, you are providing a slow, sustained delivery of medium-chain triglycerides during the exact window your brain needs metabolic fuel for repair. This is why some researchers studying coconut oil and brain health are now describing it not just as a topical treatment, but as a neurological support tool. The implications for anyone concerned about brain aging, memory, cognitive sharpness, this is not something you want to dismiss as a wellness trend. The mechanism is real, the overnight window is real, and the connection between what you apply before you close your eyes is backed by a growing and compelling body of research. The fourth thing your body does is reduce systemic inflammation through the night. Chronic inflammation is the underlying driver of almost every major disease process: cardiovascular disease, diabetes, arthritis, autoimmune conditions, accelerated aging, and while you sleep, your body runs its primary anti-inflammatory cycle. But this cycle can be dramatically supported or undermined depending on what you give your body to work with. Here's what science shows about coconut oil and inflammation. A study published in Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine found that virgin coconut oil significantly reduced markers of oxidative stress and inflammation in study participants. The researchers identified the polyphenols in virgin coconut oil, natural antioxidant compounds, as key drivers of this anti-inflammatory effect. Additionally, the lauric acid in coconut oil has been found to inhibit pro-inflammatory pathways at the cellular level, specifically by suppressing the activation of NF-kappa B, a molecular switch that triggers inflammatory responses throughout the body. When applied before bed and absorbed through the skin, you are entering the bloodstream and supporting the body's overnight anti-inflammatory work. For people dealing with